Hello, it's that girl Lisa. So I'm just going to dig into my vision loss story and explaining how I got to where I am now. So this all started about 2 years ago. Now, I will say this, I've always had bad vision from a very young age. I wore glasses like about 10 years old. So I've always dealt with that, but this was much different. So, roughly about 2 years ago, I started to notice that my vision was just getting more blurry. So even when I would wear my glasses, it wouldn't help. So it started in my left eye first. I was at work at a meeting and like covered my eyes to see why I was seeing so blurry. And that's when I noticed that it was definitely my left eye. So it started in my left eye and progressed on to my right eye. It just continued to get worse. Um, so it would be like little things I just started to pick up on and notice. I wasn't able to see cars while I was driving until I got like right up on them. I started to not be able to read or see the computer screen or read text messages on my phone. So it just continued to get worse. I honestly thought that I just needed a new pair of glasses. So I ended up going to the eye doctor to try to do just that. Now, when I saw him, he just did your basic kind of stuff, dilated my eyes, and tried to get me a prescription so that I could wear some glasses and see. At the end of that appointment, he determined that there were no glasses and no prescription that he could give me that would improve my vision. Now, that sucked, but he ended up referring me out to a specialist. So I ended up seeing that specialist twice. The first time I saw him, he did more testing and dilated my eyes again, took a look behind my eye. He ruled some things out, like cataracts, it wasn't that. Did some kinds of different testing, like field testing and whatever, few different tests. And at that appointment, he was able to determine that I was, I guess, what they consider legally blind, was not able to drive, and notated that in my chart that I no longer was able to drive. Now, I will say I did already know this in my gut, just wasn't really ready to face that quite yet. But, when the doctor tells you, it just becomes that much more real. So, I'm going to stop here. And when I start up my second video explaining the vision loss, I'll let you know what that specialist said on the second visit. And I will continue on. Peace and love's the main idea.